Really, I thought our kids showed a lot of courage today. First time in a while, things didn't look real pretty and real efficient at times, but I thought the second half we did exactly what we needed to do. That's what this league's about, and it was exactly. Thank you. Emily Ryan leading the team, Lexi Donarski guarding like crazy, and Ashley Jones doing what Ashley Jones does. So, important win for our team. I thought Texas Tech was really good, very physical, but sometimes you just got to find a way to win. No pictures on the scorecard, right?
What kind of got you guys jump-started there in the third quarter when they had kind of taken the lead after back-to-back baskets?
You know, we told our team at halftime the biggest thing was we have to be a lot more locked in to our defensive effort from our scout report defense. And I didn't think in the first half we were anywhere near where we needed to be. It's credit to them. They ran some good stuff. But I thought in the second half we defended really, really well, which means the court opens up. You can score, against a defense that isn't set. Ash was really good. And I think the other thing is we only turned the ball over twice in the second half. And when you're not turning the ball over, you got a chance to at least get some shots up, and we did that.
I know it's just right after the game, but obviously
Sorry.
now that sets the stage for a big game Monday. Just what's the level of excitement and all that kind of surrounding what a big moment, what a big opportunity that could be for you?
Yeah, welcome to coaching in the Big 12. Oh, by the way. No, it's a great thing. Obviously Baylor right now might be playing as well as any team in the country, let alone the Big 12. They're old, they're big, they're talented. I mean, they check off every single box, and they beat us up pretty good down there. So, we'll see. It's like I told our kids after the game, if we're fortunate enough to be in the NCAA tournament, this is what the environment would be. You got a tough game the first round, probably someone you don't know anything about. You got one day to get ready for a really good team. So we'll see. If you're not excited about it, then we're all doing the wrong thing. So we're excited. We're looking forward to it. Should be a great showcase for our league and our community and our fan base. And I know 6 o'clock Monday is a tough time, but we'll have a good crowd, and we're excited about it.
I've asked you the look-ahead question probably a couple too many times as a younger kid. This one, kind of felt bigger than the other ones. Was it tough at all, and how relieved were you to see that clock at 0?
It was tough. I really I have coached teams that were looking ahead, and it impacted their game. I don't think that was the case today at all. I think two things. Our team doesn't think that way. They don't operate that way. And it's not fair to how well I thought Texas Tech played. But that's a very fair question, because I have had teams, or we've coached teams that, they were looking ahead. This team is not that way. So whatever we didn't do well wasn't looking at Baylor on Monday. I can promise you that. This group just does not think that way. And I thought Texas Tech was committed, physical, aggressive, early. And the longer you keep a team in the game that probably maybe in some people's minds shouldn't be in the game, we've all seen enough of those games, and certainly that was the case at halftime.
You alluded to it already, but what specifically was Texas Tech doing in the first half to slow you guys down?
No, they did a really good job. They pushed the ball to the sideline, and we didn't do a very good job of rotating. They were double teaming on the sideline, and we couldn't get the ball out of the double team. And Emily Ryan sat a lot. But we got to halftime. We were okay. I think it was more of our defense. But from their standpoint, it was push the ball to the sideline. When it got anywhere near the basket, here comes the double team. And we were just really slow rotating out of the double teams. Second half, a lot better. And that's why we only turned the ball over twice.
You mentioned Emily being in foul trouble early, yet she plays 26 minutes, almost has a double-double again. A, how big was it to weather her sitting as much as did in the first half? And B, what to say about her, that if you extrapolate to her usual minutes, she's probably got 16 points, 15 assists or something.
Yeah. No, I think it was really big. I mean, we put her back in the Texas game, and she got her third foul. And, you talk about that a lot, and I think you kind of go back and forth on some kids handle it better than others. For example, Ashley Jones, if she gets 2 fouls, she's going to go back in the game. She cannot function just sitting it out. The good thing about Emily, she's so engaged in the game. She played 8 minutes in the first half and coached 12 minutes in the first half. And then she played the rest. And that's just kind of the way she does things. So, but our team is just so much, and I don't care who you take off of, I think if you took Tyrese Hunter off the men's team, they probably aren't as good as they are today. But Em handles it great. She knows what she's doing and played a great second half.
And Lexi's defense is talked about a lot. How big was her having primary duty on Gray in the second half, where they shoot 31% in the second half after?
It's becoming something that every team builds, their offense, their defense around something. And when you know that that you go into a game and you have someone that can guard to a certain level and wants to guard and embraces that's a heck of a thing to have. I mean, that is something that you cherish, and I mean, she loves it. And you just look right down the list. I mean, Vivian Gray is a monster offensive threat, and Lex just did a great job on her. And, yeah, she missed some shots, but still, I just think Lex is really, really into that, and she still can score too. I mean, I'm not saying she's the best perimeter defender in the country, but come talk to me about who's better and who they've had to guard. So we'll see.
Texas Tech took their first lead of the game. I think it was like a minute into the third quarter. After that, it was a completely different game for you guys. I think outscored them 38-20. You said the team wasn't looking ahead, but do you still think that served as a little bit of a wake-up call?
It could have. I think when you're playing at home and you look up at the scoreboard and you're losing, it probably should be a wake-up call. But I really thought that the first start of the first half, they made 2 really good offensive plays, and I called 2 terrible plays on our end. And I think that's why it was 4-0. And then after that, we kind of calmed down and got the crowd in the game. I thought the crowd was great. And, in an afternoon game, and the men are on TV, and our fans are just, what a special day with the pink thing and what Deb's done and our marketing people. Just tremendous to have all those wonderful ladies out there. So I told our kids at halftime, you don't think those people had to fight to get to where they are today? Well, you better fight. And I thought we fought in the second half.
Kind of a random question, but I noticed in the fourth quarter when you took a timeout, a lot of the players went in, shook hands with one of the officials. What was kind of the story behind it?
We were. I try and as much as we all get frustrated with officiating, but I try and thank the officials. I always say travel safe, because them working through a COVID year is a pretty big deal too. Everyone talks about the players and the coaches. Well, the officials have to do it too. And Mark's been doing this 30-some years, and he said he probably wasn't going to have any more of our games, and he was thinking about, was it time to hang it up? So I just called timeout, and I told our players, it's people like that allow you to play. 31 years of traveling and sacrificing for family, and they needed to go thank him for the time that he put in to our sport, and it was simple as that.
Where does, I guess, the hype, kind of excitement and all that for Monday's game kind of compare to other games that you've been a part of here?
It's pretty high. I would, I don't know exactly, but when you think about it, and you think about the way Baylor's dominated our league, to even remotely think that, hey, you're playing a game that could impact the standings in a championship, that's pretty cool. It's on national television. They're announcing the top 16, and I think at halftime, the Big Monday. We don't get a lot of Big Mondays in the women's game. That's kind of cool. And I think the other thing is, just the idea of being in that environment, I think will be fun for our kids. And, it's probably a ridiculous statement to say you're looking forward to playing Baylor. I think that's kind of silly, but we're looking forward to the opportunity, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. No matter what, it'll be fun, and our kids will be ready to play.